How's it going, everybody? Welcome to the M2 Motoring YouTube channel. Thanks for tuning in. If you're wondering what today's about, it's a little bit of a sad day for me. It's time for one of the projects to go back to stock, and it's getting sold real soon. It is the Hyundai Veloster right here. In terms of the company, it's done everything that it's needed to do in terms of marketing and product development. And the car, other than just driving it on an occasional Saturday or Sunday, doesn't really hold much purpose to me at this point in time. I've owned the vehicle for 2 years. It's been very problem free. It's ran very solid, and has, obviously been garaged and well taken care of. So it's time for it to go. I do want to get rid of this because it gives me more time and it's focus to do work on other projects that I have and other projects that I have in mind. So this will be a good thing for the channel and for the company and myself. So go ahead and tune in, kick back, relax. If you haven't already, hit that like button and subscribe. Enjoy. As you can see, I have the car on jack stands. I'm going to go ahead and remove all the SK Industry parts, the suspension, the wheels, and the brakes. It's been a tiring few hours, but I got everything I wanted to get done today done before dinner. So right now, I have the stock suspension and wheels swapped out along with the stock brakes. Didn't realize how high the car sits from the factory, but I guess that's where it sits at. Been a long time, I don't remember. There's the power stop brakes, the BC Racing coils, and the TSW wheels. All I really have left to do is put these covers back on each side and torque the wheels down and clean up. Still have to swap out all the stock engine components for all the BM speed parts and the ECU swap, along with taking off some of the SK accessories. But other than that, it's getting pretty close. So that'll be for the next day. Pretty happy with the progress. Should be done soon. Gonna start taking all the stickers off on the car, both sides. Right now it's a nice warm day, so I'm letting the sun kind of heat up the vinyl so it's easier to take off and makes my life easier. I'm gonna put the engine back to stock, but I do have to dig out a lot of the parts back in the corner over there, so gotta take care of all that. Have the stickers removed off of both sides. So all the stickers are cleaned off, and clay barred those areas to get rid of all the residue. Now all that's left to do is put the engine bay back to stock. Got the intake. I already pulled the piece off for the DTE Systems tuner. Have the downpipe, which I have to get underneath the car for, and the intercooler setup. All the engine parts minus the DTE unit is from BM Speed USA. You can check it out on the website, link below. Really great quality products, all US made. Unfortunately, the battery for my camera was not charged, so I had to charge that. But while I was doing that, I went ahead and took off the front bumper that's already there, have the intake out, the front mount intercooler setup. The BM Speed front mount intercooler is right here along with the intake. And there's the battery. There's the OEM intercooler. So I'm in the process of just putting everything back. Everything should be done today, so I'm pretty happy and excited about that. I'll check back in when I make some more progress. So I finished putting the Veloster back to stock and give it a good wash. As you can see here, it's nice and clean. Back to full factory specs. Everything runs and drives just like a stock car. Spent an hour cleaning it up, but it did rain earlier and I had to drive it, so a little bit of dirt and whatnot. As you can see here, here's a quick overview of the interior. Obviously the Roadwire leather seat covers stay. It's a really nice piece. The interior is pretty much mint. Nothing wrong with it. No cracks, no scratches, nothing. A little dusty on the floor mat, but no big deal. Kind of happy the car's going away so I could make room for new projects or other projects. And kind of sad at the same time. This car's been very fun to have in the two years that I've had it, and in the time I've driven it, but really enjoyed the process of modding and putting this together. Car runs perfectly like a stock car, and it's good to go. So now the next part is to sell the vehicle. I have several pieces of cool information that some of you may or may not know. There's several options obviously to sell your car. There's private party, trading with the dealership for another vehicle, which I'm not doing, and then just straight out sell to the dealership. Or there's cool online avenues like eBay Motors, cars.com and all that. And you also have online apps and companies. You obviously have CarMax, Carvana, and one that I was turned on to, it's called Give Me the VIN. They apparently say that they're the highest bidder for used vehicles, especially ones that are in good shape like this one. This one is practically like a brand new car still. The hairs are still on the tires. So I'll just kind of walk you through and show you the process of all that. And we'll see how it goes. So I just spent about 20 minutes putting in for an appraisal on Carvana, Kelley Blue Book, and Give Me the VIN, which are the three sites that I know about that send you an offer online. You submit photos, you submit some information on the vehicle. Obviously these prices are based on a final appraisal and walk around of the car and making sure everything's okay, which I understand. But so far I got results back from all three. I'm very excited. I'm going to go with Carvana. When I speak about how much of a price difference and value they're giving you versus the two others, I really mean it. I have a friend that sold one of his cars recently in a Carvana, and he had the same experience where with the mileage that he had and the condition of the car, Carvana gave him more for his money than other avenues, which included CarMax. Nothing against CarMax. I've done a lot of business with them over the years, and I really do appreciate them always handling everything in a very, very efficient manner. But on this car, I'm gonna sell it to Carvana because they have beat the other two online offers to the second place, which was Give Me the VIN. They've beaten the base offer by at least $1,500, which I'm really surprised, which I'm not complaining at all. I'm really happy. So gonna go with that. And then Give Me the VIN was KBB was the lowest one, lower than Give Me the VIN. And obviously these numbers are based on a final walk around inspection, but the car's super clean. I don't see where they would negotiate anymore. Also, there's a couple options and features on the car that I left with the car that are considered, good dealership improvements that would give the car more value to whoever buys it later. I have the option of selling it to private party. Not going to, don't want to have to deal with it. I just want the car gone. I don't have the time for it. In my experience, like I said, learning of selling cars and doing this over the years, private party, the problem is once you get beyond a certain dollar amount, it's kind of hard to sell because people still have to go get finance for the car. And I've sold a higher dollar car before, and they're not usually a car in a bracket where people just have that much cash sitting around, and especially in today's age, it's not as common. So a couple of deals fell through because he couldn't get finance or whatever, even though the buyer really wanted the car. And, it just becomes a very time consuming and miserable process. So I'd rather just, not worry about the extra 1,000 or 2 that I can make on private party and just sell it and be done. On top of that, the insurance and everything else that comes along with the car.
One pathetic sob story later.
So checking back in about a day later, about to clean the garage and get everything sorted out. It's a giant mess in here from putting the Veloster back to stock. I didn't end up selling the car to Carvana. I was on the phone with them for about 2 hours or so. Phone and emails and everything going back and forth. Long story short is when you first upload your documentation to Carvana, you send them a copy of the title, pictures of the car and all that. They came back immediately, oh, business vehicle, business, owned vehicle that it's titled to. So the title says, M2 Motoring. Okay, cool, fine. Send your LLC document, send everything that's on there. Great. Comes back again, wants this document, wants that document, wants, tax documents. Fine, like I'll send it all, Not a problem. Every time, can you please give us a call? Give them a call, explain things, explain. And after about 3 phone calls with them, I get a generic email back saying, nope, we're not gonna buy your car. We don't buy vehicles that are titled to any company that's in the automotive industry. So I said, okay. I've been on the phone a couple times with you guys, sent you all the information. My company name is M2 Motoring. Kind of automotive right from the get-go. Did nobody catch this? Like, then they said per our company policy, which I understand there's company policies, but somebody should have caught it and, said something. And the part that I was peeved about was it's 2 hours of my life and my time that pretty much went to waste doing all this. So, I wanted to make a video that night and just kind of like rip them, but I was like, you know what, I'll just cool off and collect my thoughts a little bit, which, it turns out to be better for myself and everybody else. I decided the same night to go to CarMax just to see what they would offer. And they came in very, 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 very close. And I was in and out of CarMax in about 45 minutes. And they didn't have a problem with how any of my title paperwork was. I just had to sign some paperwork. I drove up, made an appointment, or actually I called on my way there, made an appointment, got the appraisal done. And, they gave an offer. I said, sure. I saw the number I was really happy with. And I said, sure, let's do the paperwork. And even with a business titled car, they just had to, print out a couple more documents, signed all that. Here's your bank draft / check, and here you go. In and out in 45 minutes. That was an amazing experience for me. That's always, been great. Thanks to Marcus and I believe her name was Jeanette over at CarMax. They did a great job. So I'm not endorsing CarMax. I'm not paid by them or anything. I just had a really good experience there. I know everybody's experience varies. For myself, I had a great experience. So thanks again for tuning in. I appreciate it. I'm gonna get started on cleaning this whole place now that I have more space. See you on the next episode. You guys take care.